Trump is leading in these states, winning 2 of them already, has in fact led to Kamala Harris supporters leaving from that venue where she was supposed to address viewers. Republic TV got you that lead first. Remember, viewers, what we are breaking right now is that how Kamala Harris supporters who had gathered there at the Howard University, they are leaving, and what the message is coming in from Kamala Harris's camp is that she will be speaking tomorrow, not today. But at the same time, the campaign, the representative is saying that she will be the leader. She will be addressing as a leader, not as the vice president. A lot of mixed messaging out there because we understand that the picture is not looking good right now. I would like to now, introduce our panel of esteemed guests right now. We are joined by special guests right now on the broadcast as we continue to get you live shots coming in from Florida. All right. Shahjahan Alexander, who is a GOP campaign team member, is live from Georgia. Bhavna Daya, foreign expert, she's joining us live from Delhi. Joining us, Jagdish Sevani, from the American India Public Affairs Committee President from New York. And we have Jyotsna Sharma, senior journalist from New Jersey. I'll just go across to Mr. Shahjahan Alexander first, who's live from Georgia. Remember, Georgia is another state that Donald Trump has right now bagged a very important black vote bank. Remember, Mr. Shahjahan Alexander, that Georgia has been clinched by Trump. And now what we are learning is that there is a lot of crowd. It's a house full in Florida as we speak, and a lot of excitement. And we see ever since these early leads have been coming in, the slogan of fight, fight, fight has been reverberating, wherever Trump supporters have gathered. And now it's a full house, and the Trump supporters are just waiting for the man to come in and address them. They have already sort of started celebrating, and they just can't wait for him to be re-elected.
Absolutely. President Trump is in Mar-a-Lago, and he will definitely will be joining the large crowd that is awaiting him to accept the great victory that the American people has given him. Last 4 years, they literally targeted him, the liberal medias, the liberal camp, the Democratic Party, the deep state. We've been talking about the deep state votes, the deep state. They have targeted him, not just President Trump, him, his family. They have done every single thing to attack the man who gave his life for this nation. He don't have to be in this position. He could be anywhere. He's a billionaire. He could be anywhere, but he took a bullet for this nation. In this 21st century, President Trump took a bullet for this nation. So definitely, yes, he deserved this victory because everybody thought that he would just go away. Even people who were with him, his close allies, they just left him, and they thought that he would just go away from the picture. But he did not. He was very persistent, is very energetic, very confident, because he loves this nation. He loves the United States of America. He loves the working class people. He loves the hardworking people who wanted to build a future, who wanted to build their dreams. He is with the people. He's the people's president. So I can't wait to be in the next 4 years of another President Trump's term. It's going to be very exciting. But I want to be very realistic when I say this. There is a lot of things ahead. It's not an easy task. He has a very tough job because whatever he started building in last 4 years, the Biden administration, the Kamala Harris and the Joe Biden administration, they destroyed it. Whatever he tried to build, they demolished it. So he has to rebuild it again from the scratch. He has to fix the southern border. He has to fix the economy. He has to fix the fiscal policies. He has to fix the foreign policies that he started. He has to fight with Iran. All those money that the Democrats pumped to Iran, he has to fix that. There is a lot of work ahead, and he's ready to do that. That's what the final campaign word, we will fix it. yes, we will fix it. He wants to fix it. He wants to fix it, and he wants to hand over it to the next generation. He wants to hand over the baton to the next generation, which is definitely J.D. Vance. Very energetic. I was with J.D. Vance yesterday. We had a final campaign rally the day before election in Atlanta, Georgia. One of the most eloquent, energetic speeches that I have ever heard. So we have a good leadership. We have a great leadership. Definitely a lot of Indians are going to be in his cabinet this time. Vivek Ramaswamy, I hope he's going to be in the cabinet. Tulsi Gabbard, she's going to be in the cabinet, hopefully.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And, you're absolutely right. Donald Trump, of course, would have a huge responsibility and a lot to fix. On the other hand, the mood on the ground, especially among the Democrats, there is a sense of disappointment. In fact, we'll also play out that reaction from Cedric Richmond, who is Harris's campaign co-chair, the man who announced that Harris would not be delivering her speech today, rather tomorrow. And while they had hoped that it would be a victory speech, is not what it is looking like. Let's listen in.
We still have votes to count. We still have states that have not been called yet. We will continue overnight to fight to make sure that every vote is counted, that every voice has spoken. So you won't hear from the Vice President tonight, but you will hear from her tomorrow. She will be back here tomorrow to address not only the HU family, not only to address her supporters, but to address the nation.
And let's go across to Bhavna Dahiya, who's joining us on the broadcast. The New York Times has already projected that Trump is going to come back to power. While we're still waiting for the results in the 5 swing states, is there any scope, or can we officially say that, yes, Kamala Harris has conceded defeat?
Well, I think the numbers tell the story that we want to hear, right? I mean, it's pretty much clear that Trump has already bagged 2 of the swing states, and many more are leading. So I think the numbers, the data is actually telling a clear picture. And I think, as democracies function, I think this particular, backing off from this mention at the Harvard University, I think that speaks aloud, right? And as the world's largest democracy, that is, we are in India, we try to find these little hints, and we make out that, okay, what's the political message around here? So I think the message is pretty clear. I think Kamala Harris is trying to accept very gracefully that she has to accept defeat here in this, because the numbers are clearly in Trump's favor. And I think it's pretty much clear that he's leading in all the other states. He has very good, robust support in the others. And I think this pulling off from this mention and, delaying it to other, I think it's a clear mention. I think it's a very full blue light hint at what the election result is going to be.
All right, so now we have some breaking news coming in. As we speak, we're getting to know that the New York Times has reported that Trump is projected to become the first Republican to win the popular vote. This is the popular vote we're talking about in 20 long years. So that's what we are breaking right now. And remember, we was in the 2020 election. If we talk about Biden, he won the 51.3% of the popular vote. Trump had secured 46.8% of the popular vote. And I'll go across to one of our guests on that. Jyotsna Sharma, I'll go across to you. Of course, we've been talking about the popularity of Donald Trump, and this time, unlike in 2020 presidential elections, he is trumping the popularity vote as well, as reported by the New York Times.
Absolutely, his popularity has to grow for sure. The 2 failed assassination attempts. People are not, the public was witnessing everything. Why would President Trump have to go through this? Why such attempts happen? So, of course, popularity, infamously or famous, good way or bad way, you become popular. President Trump, of course, is infamous for certain things, but gradually, while the elections reach their heat, His image has changed over the period of time. His commitment to the nation, his unwavering commitment to fight in these elections. So that's where it is. Now we understand that he is a leader. He is a person who has determination, focused towards the nation's growth, focused towards the growth of his own people, the Americans, the average American person. He cares for it. Popularity does not grow by bringing in some Hollywood stars into campaigns as Democrats did. Popularity grew because he was committed day in, day out. At the age of 78, he has a vigor of a age person. His commitment is relentless. And that is what was being witnessed by the people. And that was the Democrats, what they were doing to the country, where America stands today. There was anger amongst the general public. Be it Latinos, be us, Indian Americans, even the blacks for that reason. So all these have a lot to bring this popularity to Trump and the success eventually as he would be president of America. This is what I have to say.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And I want to take this point to Kunal Desai. You know, he has always been that leader who's loved and hated at the same time, while he enjoys massive popularity, but has always had his share of controversies and haters speaking against him. Tonight at 247, Trump, Harris still at 210, and they say there is always that difference between the cup and the lip before you declare what it is. Were you expecting a clear mandate on counting night itself? Kunal Desai, you'll have to unmute yourself for us to be able to hear you.
Sorry about that, guys. So I was pretty confident that he's going to take the presidency, for sure. I was not confident that he's going to do it tonight, this fast, but I was pretty sure that he's going to be the 47th president. Now, there are 2 or 3 points I wanted to make, which I missed earlier. One was, regarding the 2 big wars going on, which definitely the fellow panelist talked about earlier. So that, I don't want wars to continue because it's all my tax dollars going there, to fund those wars. Donald Trump is going to ensure that those wars are going to be stopped, and ultimately it's going to help not only me but all the fellow Americans. There are 2 other critical points which I felt at the ground level here in Texas, because I talked to a lot of people here. Mm-hmm. One was the woman factor, female factor. They tried to make Kamala Harris stand as a competitor to cut the female votes, from what I felt. But actually, from the ground level, from the ground roots level, I think it came back to bite them, because women here are resonating with President Trump's messages from the work he did between 2017 to 20, second group of people is the people in their early 20s who are starting their career, who are starting their jobs, the guys who are below 25 years old. I think those guys, majority of them voted for President Trump. These 2 groups of people are very solid forms of people who have voted, and I think they are the key decision makers in this election, as you are seeing in the results right now. That's what I think.
Yes, and we will request you to stay with us. In fact, requesting all our guests to stay with us. We will head into a very short break, Suyesha, but the big news break, of course, this hour is Donald Trump, who's all set to return to power. He is going to become the president of the US, and with this, we're also expecting that Kamala Harris is not likely to give that speech that she was expected to give at the Howard University speech.
Not just that, it might be post-midnight, but the nation's still awaiting to hear from Donald Trump to what he envisages in this re-election. Slipping into a short commercial break, we'll be back on the other side. Do stay tuned.